And the Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run the option. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And it's caught inside the 25. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Man, did he show some pops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Looking for a man, it's Howard. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the option, he'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. On the option. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 8, Navy 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Goes to the option. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give them a bone, reward them. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here comes the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. He'll ride his man on the option. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. They'll run the option. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
Navy, number 11, in the end zone.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Smashes through.
I I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Dropping back, it's Howard. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Using his legs, it's Henderson. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field.
Offense facing the pit.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Moves away as he feels pressure. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Navy 15, Ohio State 8.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Wide out in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of running room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Now on the option. Quarterback gets enough. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Navy quick to the line. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. On the option. Touchdown, And that one will give them the lead.
Navy, number 46, with the carry.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll run the option. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll leave it with him. The Buckeyes pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And the incompletion brings up a second down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Trying to get to it. A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, two of the three things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. Receivers got to make the catch.
He's got an open man. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Navy 21, Ohio State 16.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here we go. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping down the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Navy offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you've got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You've got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Back to pass, it's Howard. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the pass is intercepted. And it's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Now they'll try to get the two and make it a 3-point game late. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Quick toss. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Looking to buy time. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Short gain on the play before he slides. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But You can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
He cannot get there. A 4th down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
On the option. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll do it himself.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The option look. Across the 25, he's got room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Goes to the option. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And the field goal unit is on the field. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. It's good. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. So here comes our first play of overtime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. To the air, it's Howard. Looking for space to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. They take the lead here in overtime.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2. Trying play action. Did not get it. Might have gotten a little greedy there in overtime, and the lead is only 6.
Ohio State 38, Navy 32.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here comes the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Navy quick to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll run the option. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense lining up quickly. Now on the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On run the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, midshipman. Knotted the game up, and now an extra point wins it.
Number 11 in the end zone.
All they need is the extra point for the win, but they're going to try to win it with a 2. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They got it. They only needed the extra point for the win, but they'll win it by 2 in OT.
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done, and the offense delivers.
Man, all this time, all the energy